1, 2, 3, go.
Hey guys.
1, 2, 3, go. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So today we're gonna talk about
Surface.
We're gonna talk about my
surface.
face.
Ow!
Hey.
Ow! Guys, abantwana bakaGweba.
I'm being dramatic.
No, but she really looks beautiful.
Anyway,
I'm not being dramatic.
today we're gonna talk about we're just gonna do like a reflection on 2020, you know, on the year. I feel like this is something we should do like every year.
Yeah.
We will reflect, you know.
Like we would just take a moment and pause.
Yeah.
And just look back.
Yeah, it's really good to
on
reflect
everything that happened. Yeah,
it's
it's also
really
like
it's
a
also
sort of
something that you should do like every
self-evaluation.
day, where you
Yeah.
reflect on your day and write the things that you are grateful for
Exactly.
and all of those things. Like I tried doing that, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I can't be consistent.
Yeah, I feel as if like when I tried doing that, because I think like I watched a video where it was like just write 3 things that you're grateful for in a day, and then in 7 days it becomes 21 things. And I remember when I actually did that, like grade 10 or whatever, I was in a much happier space because I wasn't looking at everything that I lose or everything that goes bad with the
You're
day,
looking for
but I was
everything that
looking at
really
everything that's going good, like how blessed I am. I remember
So
being
that you'll be able to write
exactly,
it down.
yes. I remember I was like in a very thankful space. I was aware of how blessed I am, regardless of like minor things, because the things that actually take us off are when little things go wrong. Like if maybe now you could be having a good day, but it's just those small things,
that just
and if
ruin
it's
your
just
whole day.
exactly and if it's just what do you call it, a multiple of those small things, and now because of that small thing we neglect the overall picture and like your overall meaning.
It's also like the other day we were having a conversation of just thinking of like what people used to say to us, you know, in the olden days. Then we were like, you know what, ne? We remember all the bad things that they said,
exactly,
but you would never remember someone
good
told you,
stuff.
like
someone told you, wow,
like
you look
1 year
beautiful.
ago, you won't remember who told you that you're so beautiful today.
Exactly.
Oh my God, but you will definitely remember who
that
told
person.
you that. You will remember that. You always carry that to
exactly,
but you will never carry someone who told you, I can't even remember who told me I'm beautiful.
Exactly.
Like,
now I can remember some because
ago.
like I feel as if the friends that I have, it's a common thing where we just
but I mean like the stranger.
But exactly. I can't remember a stranger. But if a stranger told you something negative about yourself, it sticks. I hate. You see, I feel as if we that just shows you the power of words, but it also shows you how we actually don't acknowledge the power of good words.
Yeah,
we always carry the power of bad words. Like we give bad words too much power over our lives instead of actually holding on to the good things. Because I remember every bad thing someone wants.
And I also think it's also like I feel like now it also comes with how 2020 was. Everyone is so holding on to the bad things that happened, but no one is actually there are people, Shame,
that are very grateful. Exactly.
They were saying that let's start a thread on the good things that happened in 2020, and I feel like that just I don't know, man. Ingati, you know, when you stick in the bad things, you won't have that thing, but you want to go to 2021.
Exactly.
You won't
yes. Become
and if you start looking at the good things, you'll be like, yo.
And yes, I feel as if Kwalondo ivule iminyango for new opportunities. Because if I make an example, especially based on opportunities, if I'm always constantly, if my mind is fixated on that opportunity that I lost, my eyes won't be open to the new opportunities that the one that I lost made way for. Because it makes room for something better.
Yeah.
Anyways, Aluve, can you please tell me how your 2020 was, what you learned out of it, and most importantly, what are you grateful for the most this year?
Okay, so
reflect on
my 2020, I'll say in the beginning, it was okay. I didn't have the thing, but I'm looking forward to this year. You know, I think like most of my life, I never looked forward to a year. You know, I would say, but I'm looking forward, but truly inside me now, I never looked forward to a year. You know,
I understand you.
So in 2020, like beginning of 2020 it was rough. You know, it was rough. It was hectic. You know, I would say that I don't know, actually. The thing is, can't you prepare a lot?
But we're just having a
okay.
conversation. Forget about the camera.
Okay, so 2020. I think, okay, let me start with what I'm most grateful for. What I'm most grateful for is that I got a chance to work on my mental health. I got to go seek help, you know. I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So I feel like that is the thing that I'm most grateful for, because now that has changed me to go and seek help. You learn a lot of things about yourself, and I feel like this year I've learned a lot about myself. I had a low self-esteem first of all, and that's something that I got to work on through going to seek help. You know, when you go seek help for a certain thing, they don't only focus on that specific thing that you came for, but they focus on other factors also that can not really contribute, but other factors that you also because when something happens to you, it can damage other parts of your life. So they also work in other parts of my life, and the one other part that I was like struggling with was low self-esteem. So I'm grateful for that, because I see myself differently now. I see myself in a way that I never saw myself ever again. And as I said to you guys, like, I never looked forward to New Year, to like a year. But this year I am definitely looking forward to 2021, because it's just so much, like, my mind has changed of how I think about things, of how I think about myself, and how I see myself. And also, like, I'm also like in the process of learning who I really am, who Aluve is. You know, there are things that are happening in my life that I lost myself, you know, and I never saw that, to be honest with you guys. Last year,
because it's easier to kind of bury all of that, and
I never saw myself as bad. I saw myself as normal, like, okay, this is Aluve is just different. Like,
I feel as if maybe you based a perception of who you are based on what other people tell you, but you never actually had an idea. But when like from me, from self-inspection
and I feel like what also made me think is, you know, there was a time whereby I actually had a reflection. I made a reflection on the things that I used to talk with my psychologist and my psychiatrist. And you know, the one thing, it actually came to me, but Aluve, who are you? Like, if someone would ask me, like,
who are you?
Aluve, who are you?
It's such a simple question.
Yes,
but so complex.
Yes, and then I wouldn't like. I would say, ne, but I don't know, man. But now I feel like I'm building that relationship with myself. Then maybe next year, by I don't know when, you know, because that will take some time.
Might even be this year.
And then that's what I'm grateful for. And challenging things happened in 2020, you know. Finding you have depression, anxiety, it's not something small. And also, like, I also had a relapse in that, and going to the clinic, it really wasn't a nice journey, but it's something that I needed to do. And it's just a lot of things. And I'm also grateful for that I could learn about depression and anxiety, and I'm still learning. I want to learn about it so much that I want to
be able to help others.
You know,
educate others.
Yes, and one thing that I've learned this year is that you don't take something seriously until it happens to you. You don't. And now I took it as bad. I never took mental health seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
I never
but I think
I'm one of those people.
The Black community teaches us.
Yes.
How when someone deals with the mental health, or they go to a mental health clinic, then it's seen as by you, what's wrong with
it? And now at some point in my life, I thought so. Yes, but this year I was like, wow. So lo muntu njengoba enje, it's because of this, because of this.
You get to understand other people more, and you kind of have regrets when you looked at them
and you're
with
like,
that
no,
light.
I feel like I can go back
and fix that.
Yes,
but
and fix.
I feel as if you mustn't hold on to that. Now you know. At that time you were blind, but now you know, and now you can do better.
And what else? Also with the virus, people some people didn't take it seriously until it affected someone close to them.
Exactly, or affected them personally.
Yeah, so it affected them. Then they want to take it seriously. And nalapo, I was also like that. I don't want to lie. I was also like that. In the beginning, I was like, I will no. But I saw that actually, it's affecting people that I know.
Yes, people that are close to us.
Yes, family. It wasn't. It's only like
one person in our family.
Yeah.
But that's also something I think we were talking about and we're so grateful for. Like, we see the grace of God, because it's not like we went in spaces where we couldn't have gotten the virus. We were in spaces where we were with Abanya Bandu, and as we said in the beginning, we weren't taking it seriously. We were careful, but we weren't as careful as we need to be. And the fact that no one in the family, like
not
it was
even
just
us,
not even us, my mom,
infected,
and like we aren't affected on it. That for me, like, I don't want to think of it as us being cautious, but I want to think of it like it is the grace of God. Like, it is His protection. It can be only His, because Bakobanye, they went out once, then someone got it, and
also with the financial
issues, the finance,
people lost their jobs, and Tina get her mother is working for the government, so her job is secured, and I feel like that's the biggest thing. And because there's a lot of family members that are depending on her. So if she wasn't, yes, and also we also lost our grandfather, which was really.
It was painful. And for me, like, Indobendi Tetamna Aluves, she was saying that, Bana, it's sad that, like, majority of the time we celebrate people only once they are gone. And I was like saying to her, for me, like, what hurt is the fact that, Bana, in order for us to go visit our family in Eastern Cape, it had to take someone's death.
Yes.
And then it was like, no, now we just need to put in more effort in spending time with our loved ones,
especially our grandfathers, our grandmothers, because even the virus now is
it's affecting them mostly.
So let's spend time with them. Let's appreciate them.
Give them kisses.
Guys,
like,
go visit
listen
them.
to their stories,
June holidays, go visit
all your
them.
holidays, because majority of the time, if you think about it, as young people, your holidays there too, we don't want to spend it with family.
No.
We just think about, I want to go out with my friends and whatever.
Or if you have a boyfriend, you want to spend it with a boyfriend or your girlfriend, but you don't think
of family.
Because anyway, okay. Same questions.
What
are the challenges? What did you learn from this year? And
Okay, I'll also start with, like, I don't know what I should start with. It's nerve-wracking now. There's a lot of things that I found challenging this year. One of them was my mental health. I feel as if majority of this year I was depressed. And the funny thing is, in the beginning, I didn't even know it until I actually, like, self-reflected, and I was like, wow. Because I think that one of the things that I often do, like, when I am in a depressed state, I don't show it. And I've learned that this year especially, that it's okay not to be okay. That it's okay to actually deal with your emotions, and it's okay to break down, because once you actually do break down, it helps with your breakthrough. Because majority of the time, like, breaking down is seen in a negative light, but that's actually what helps you to know, what is actually going on with me and how do I deal with this. Not just talk about it, but deal with it. And dealing with certain things is not easy. It's way easier to but to actually deal with them, it's not easy. It takes so much out of you. But I feel as if Londo, it just cultivates you. And when you get to a space where you are better, you're able to be like, wow, I thought that was going to break me. I thought that was the end of me. But ndijonge, like, through uThixo, even myself, like I was able to draw strength, even though bengekho lula, like bendikwazi uqhubekeka. I think also one of the things that I learned this year is that you must learn from your failures and learn from your mistakes. That kwa impilo, it's just an ever going class. Like konje uyafunda in every stage, in every moment, every day uyafunda. Like you learn something new about yourself, or you learn something new about others, but you constantly learning. Ne? And that you should not hold on to your failures, ne? But you kind of sebenzise as a tool to progress. Yes, so you turn your pain into progress. It's not something that happens automatically the minute that you get pain, and then after that, no. I feel as if into yenzeka gradually, yabo. And also just knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect. Like izinto just don't have to be perfect. I feel as if in terms of relationships, if relationships don't go well or whatever, like being affected kakhulu, and I would want everything to just end on a perfect note or always be perfect and whatever. And in that, because pressure. When I was giving myself pressure that no, it has to be wrapped up in a nice box. It has to be pleasant.
It mustn't end.
It mustn't end and blah blah blah. And I feel as if that took away from my authenticity.
But I feel like no one wants
anything. But I feel as if not even in terms of relationships ending, like in terms of maybe nixabane kabi ingxabano andithandi kasi yonke into ibe smooth yabo andithandi ingxabano and andithandi confrontation. And I feel as if this year I've had to look at some very ugly truths about myself, and I've had to look like in the mirror and be like yo alwaba, this isn't something healthy and you need to change it. And I've also learned to take things day by day. Like don't rush yourself. Don't rush yourself to heal. Don't rush yourself to forgive. Don't rush yourself, because like for me, izinto that I've always been taught empilweni, it's always been like you have to fast track healing. You have to fast track forgiveness. Like the minute that someone hurts you, you must let go of it at that instant and move on and whatever. But no, you can't fast track. It takes time. And I feel as if I've gone to appreciate that journey. Now I don't fast track anything. I don't fast track, but I have to be okay in a date. I have to be at this stage in a date now.
Because you won't go through the right process. You're giving yourself pressure.
And when you don't fast track into you're able to see the beauty in the process. Like you're able to take everything in and uthanda yonke into about the journey. So this year I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about myself. I make it a point to always like self-evaluate and self-reflect. And I feel as if who always constantly wanted to be liked by abantu. But this year I've learned that
no,
I don't want that anymore.
Like
exactly. Besides, not everyone's gonna like me. I don't want to work towards anyone liking me. If you like me, you like me.
If you don't,
you don't. And nyani, because I feel as if Londo, I'm dancing authentic in other manners, because I'm always consciously thinking, what should I do for you to like me? What should I do for bind? So it's always about pleasing the other person.
And some people actually notice.
They notice that. They notice that. Exactly, they notice it when you like try too hard. But now it's just like I'm not trying too hard. Like, and into the is that uThixo nyani, ezinye izinto get taken away from your life, but God also gives. Like I'm talking in terms of maybe uhamba kwizinto ezibuhlungu. uThixo has a way of bringing abantu abaright empilweni yakho, ne? Unknowingly, they don't even know but that they are an aid during that time.
But I feel like everyone, like all of us, everyone, where we meet people, everyone that you've met in your life
has helped you.
Yes, they had a purpose. You've learned something from, even the person has hurt you.
Like you've learned.
Like guys, even look at relationships, even if the person has hurt you. Like that you've learned from them. Not necessarily something that but something that you've learned from them, or something like some I know this one particular relationship that I was in like 2 years ago. I've learned something about myself from that relationship.
It doesn't have to be something you learn about the other person, but something that you learn about yourself.
So it's
life is an ever learning. But one of the things that I'm grateful for family. Guys, I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful so much for my mother, my sister. I'm grateful for I'm grateful for family, because I know that there are certain aspects, or there are certain moments where I wouldn't have like felt the need to go on if men are not family. Like I feel as if thinking about your family has gotten me through some very tough situations, even it was mentally like just even if at that moment I didn't particularly feel uthando lwabo as much, I knew that ndiyathandwa, like, and made it a point.
It is. And family, one thing that I've also learned this year is that your family always has your back, more than anyone. Like some people I do have that thing, but I think that's why I never had like a best friend, or like except for when I mean like a friend.
I get you.
I never had the best friend thing, because I did have like close friends where I was really, really close to them, but
this is just your go-to.
Yes, but I never spoke like everything to them, because I always had the thing, but like
exactly, you don't want to give them problems.
Yes, and all of that. Especially if someone like doesn't talk about their problems to you.
Exactly. You don't feel the need to open up.
You feel like but you're only family. You don't even have to feel like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
family, like what I know, family I'm because they see me at my worst, and they also see me at my best, and they accept me. It's not like you guys have a choice, but still,
and I feel like they're the ones. Like Alaba know. Okay, Alaba doesn't know. Okay, she does. She knows me.
I do know her, but I feel as if the only person who truly knows is Jesus. Yeah, but like I've gotten closer to my sister, which is something I'm grateful for, because we used to fight, yes. But now, like, I feel as if it's also part of growing up.
And I also feel like it's also like the challenges that we face. Some challenges are bringing like families closer. Because I know sometimes maybe a family member passes away, then can be everyone goes to the funeral.
Exactly.
Then that brings them closer. Yes. But that can also like destroy them.
Because arguments can come from that. And also I feel as if it challenges is closer if niyakwazi uba open and honest, nitsho bana kunzima, and if you guys are both willing to go through this together.
So guys, let's just also see this whole virus thing as like, let's learn something from it. Let's not only see like the negative, and yes, it did bring like a lot of negative,
but it also
like it's just
so many positives.
Loss. I feel like it brought more loss.
But sometimes
you lost family members.
You need to lose to gain. Like that thing that you were saying, but not every year is gonna be a year of like growth, gain,
so that
blah blah blah. Some years are years where Utiko perfects. Like he needs to break you down in order to,
but it won't break you down the whole year, not the whole year. Because now I feel like in the beginning of the year, up until before the lockdown, my year was okay. It was like any other year. And then my breaking started like around April. Then it started. And now I feel like
it's the building process.
It's the building process, and
it's beautiful.
It's really, and there's just a lot that I'm learning about myself. And I feel like one thing that also helps, guys, is to listen to motivational people. Like who you choose.
Listen to the right people.
Yes, people that
feed your mind, invest
yes.
right.
And that's one thing that I did, guys. Ask him now.
And she never liked books. But
now I feel like, reading books, especially like motivational books or books that are related to the Bible, you learn a lot, while I'm learning.
And it changes your thinking.
Yes, like I like the books that I'm reading now, like the motivational and they're related to the Bible. So it's like I'm spending time
with God and also spending time with
yourself, and I feel like also like reading, what I've also learned is that the one important thing that will help me through learning who I really am is spending time with myself,
So having a relationship with oneself, that's also something that I feel as if that I've learned is that I must have a relationship with myself. So and I must let relationship, I must feed it by doing the things that like as you just
not spending time like where because I feel like when I read I'm spending time with myself. I'm not thinking I'm focus on and one thing, but the country is closed. I was really like, okay, restaurants are still open.
I really want to go on
solo dates. I want to start doing that because I feel like all this time I was depending on people.
Exactly.
Maybe if my friend can't do this, then I can't do it. If
one says no, then you can't go.
And then I can't. And then I'm not gonna go.
But now it's just like, yes,
like you'll make friends. But that's really something that I want to do, even if I go with like coffee dates or whichever dates I want to do.
Coffee date to
and I also feel like it's also I've also like thought about, you know what, I never made myself like escape things. It's good to have escape plans.
Everyone has escapes. Yes. Some have bad escapes. Like maybe I feel like escape and get drugs. But there are also good escapes, like whereby our escape by locking yourself in your room. But
that's the escape that I've been doing, is locking myself in the room and not doing anything.
Dark.
Yes. But next year I really want to have, especially now that I'll be working. We'll be working like from next week, January until April. So at the hospital. So I feel like I'll really need an escape to that. As well, whereby I will just like go out, go
for a walk. But it's not that sometimes as amantombazane, it's not that we don't want to solo dates, whatever, but because of the state our country is in, sometimes it's not safe to go on your own.
That's true. No, but I never thought about that. To be honest, I just never liked solo dates. Because why must I go? Why must I go?
Like I was talking about this with one of my friends, and they were like, it's not a matter of I don't want to go, but it's not safe.
It's not. Yeah, but I'm saying look, I never thought about like that. Yes, but Zang and I, it's just that I never liked it. I never had a reason why, and I really want to do that. And
just 2020 in the live video. 2020 was a beautiful year for me. It was the most blessed year out of all the years I've had in life.
I feel like it was a year of breakthrough for me.
It was yours.
It was a year of learning.
Exactly.
Even though online learning doesn't
for me it was a year of learning from your failures, learning from your mistakes, learning from and it was the most blessed year.
It was.
I think even when we were going through a tough time, I was talking with Mama and I was like, but this year is such a blessing. She was like, my A. I was like, it's such a blessing. Because everyone was like, 2020, this year is such a blessing. It was needed. It's necessary.
It was. But I feel like it was necessary at some point. But I just feel like the virus just overdid it.
Why, Sana?
In the beginning, yes, it was necessary like the rest, but it was just, it just overdid it.
Yeah.
Wanna. But yeah, man, there's just a lot that happened this year.
Yeah, exactly.
But
now we just look forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next year.
Yeah.
And one thing, guys, don't say ba you mata pelelo nyaka. Also for 2020. Nothing's going to change. The only thing that's changing is the calendar.
Unless you decide, but something's gonna change
in you. Yes.
Yeah.
And the way of thinking, you know. I feel like now it's a time.
The way that one is in Donga.
Yes, I feel like now it's a time whereby yes, we all want the virus, but ink.
But I feel like now it's time. It's so funny how people are acting that the minute that it's 1st January there won't be a virus.
But I feel like now it's time that we just like try to live with it. Let's find ways to try to live with it.
We must learn to adapt.
That's great, but we don't know by
Izomgani.
So let's try to adapt to it and live through it. See, be safe, please guys.
One safe and visiting Sana,
now if you want to see me, you can take me out to a restaurant, you know. I will
not just Korean meat snacks or books.
Yeah.
Sanitize them.
If you want to go out on a date with me, just send them.
But you know, I feel so happy that we did this. It's been a while since we did like a sit down, and those are the ones that I enjoy the most on our channel. When we sit down and we actually talk. But thank you guys.
Thank you guys for watching. We're talking a lot. Like, but yeah, we really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. We really hope that you
I'm
guys.
I'm also grateful for friends.
Yeah, I'm also grateful.
Yeah,
even though like
they know who they
some
are.
friends.
Yeah,
not really lost them, but our relationships
just didn't,
you know. And also, you know,
and that's okay, you know. But
that's fine,
Sana, I really will pull through.
Yeah.
Even with the ones that I've had like for a long time.
Even though you I even forgot what I wanted to say. Even though you face challenges and things, just write things that you're grateful for this year, because I feel like everyone that's alive right now has something to be grateful for. Even if it's being alive, that's something to be grateful for, because so many people lost lives this year. And it's not only through the coronavirus. A lot of things happened this year besides coronavirus, where people died and everything. So I feel like that's one thing that you should be grateful for if you don't have anything else to be grateful for, which I doubt, you know, because you can be grateful for your family, for having a roof over your head, for food, for whatever. And
also use the opportunity to give back when you have a lot. Because there are people that are on the street. I feel as if nabo basafreshile because woku be winter na yonke lonto and abana kutya umntakana resources. So when God has blessed you with much, He put you in that position so that you will be able to help abanye. So always like serve and give back in whatever way you can.
Let's just make. I saw this I actually have a screenshot on my phone where it says, 2020 learned, then 2021 applied. So everything that you've learned,
you apply it.
Everything that happened this year, apply it to 2021. Let's all have a great 2021. Let's all like, 2021, we say that. We'll be able to say that, yes. Even if that happened, but
guys, you know, one of this time challenge. But God.
Yes. And the other thing that I also learned, it was a scripture that I always carried. Like every time when something is affecting me, when I just just bad when they're happening, I just think of God never promised us a perfect life.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's one thing that people go.
In this world, you will have trials.
Yes, you will have trials.
But
take courage. Yes.
For I will overcome the world.
Yes. And He is there. He even assures us, you know, in the scriptures, you know, that He never leaves nor forsake you.
I think that's also something different.
Yes.
That
just
God
pray.
is with us in every moment.
Yeah.
Even when you feel like ukhona.
Just pray like all the time. Pray when you feel like you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, whatever. Just pray and meditate. I also learned like meditation, guys. It helps. Not necessarily like if you're not a Christian. No, girls, meditation is just. Yeah, some people meditate on the word of God. So I'm saying if you're not a Christian, there are apps for you where you can meditate, like
meditate on positive things.
I always thought this is but I'm actually that girl, you know. I'm not consistent. As I told you guys, I'm very bad at consistency.
I'm working on my consistency, but that's gonna be a video, and the next video I'll tell you guys what I'm consistent on.
And also, guys, one thing that I in the front is that don't be kind to each other, because you don't know what someone else is facing.
Exactly.
Because I feel like one thing that I actually want to tell you guys is that when I actually gained a lot of weight, a lot of people were like, everyone had something to say. Like everyone had something to say about it, but you guys didn't know why I actually gained weight. And I was actually on
like no one actually like took the time to be like
I don't know why you gain weight. Yes, even when I lose weight.
I feel as if sometimes saying why you gaining weight can be offensive. Like I feel as if if someone took the time enough to listen, you'd feel as if you can actually open up to them, because abantu are closed off. Open up to abantu that actually like umuntu unendlela of like bana akwenze ufeel comfortable, not ba abe so like, because imagine someone just they never speak to you and they're like why are you gaining weight, but if it's someone who's like who's been checking up on you and somehow you feel comfortable to be like, yo, I'm actually gaining weight because of this and that and that.
Because nyani guys, I'm ashamed that just because I was actually like on antidepressants and I never chose to be on antidepressants, and that actually made me, that was one of the side effects that made me gain so much weight in such a short period of time, you know. And it did get to me, wow, you know. And especially
I feel as if you don't even know what I'm going through,
because even like when I post a picture, the most comments people would say, okay, babe. That was the most comments I got, like on. And I was like, you know, but yeah, guys.
Why? What if you
have a happy new year?